is a difficult situation that we have, but we are very glad to present you the real truth about events in Ukraine. What does mean Maidan? That is very important for us. To say briefly for people who are a little bit out from our Ukraine situation, why this name Maidan became the sign of our events and our revolution in Ukraine. You know that our ex-government, they announced during 3 years, their Euro integration and to sign Euro association with European Union. And on the last moment, they did not do this. They did not sign it. Of course, I don't make the big long speech and to explain everything. Of course, it was a big pressing from Russia. We have nothing against our Russian friends, but it's truth. And after the last visit of our ex-president Yanukovych with Mr. Putin, it was absolutely another direction. And the young people, mostly young people, came on our Independence Square, that square in Ukrainian Maidan, that little bit maybe Turkish word, even from our historical roots, and they asked in a very peaceful protest about Euro integration. It was not such big crowd, maybe a few hundred people, but they stood day and night with posters, with this yellow tree, because it was the end of November. You know, we celebrate St. Nicolaus Day on 13 days later than in Europe with Catholic tradition. In our Orthodox it's 19th of December. And usually the New Year tree is placed on this square really for St. Nicholas Day. But then they decided to have such idea to put the New Year before. So they need the space, and at the night time these peaceful young people were terribly beaten on this square. And after this, thousands of people, older people, came on this square, and it was even another protest until against this government. And we had everything against Yanukovych and his team. So then it was few events on some main street that is going up to the parliament, to the residence of the president, where the government blocked the street, and I live there. It was very difficult to move, and can you imagine, in the peace time, they ask you your passport and where you go. So it was another kind of protest against all this, and at least our ex-president flew away, of course, to Russia, and another residence, his residence was opened with the terrible things as the golden batons that we call our white bread, and really milliards of money, and etc., etc. So, I don't continue on this, but after, you know, we have another things very difficult for us, because occupation of Crimea, the same as it was, maybe our Slovakian and Czech friends can understand this better, with the annexion of Sudets that was made at the beginning of the Second War by Hitler, etc., etc. And now a lot of diversions in eastern part of Ukraine.